Son of a bitch. Figured it out. Yeah, I program everything. I would play bass if I had one. I can't use a cheap one because the cheap bass wouldn't sound very good. I don't feel like shelling out $500 for a bass. The weirdest thing a fan has done. Um, there hasn't really been too many things. I had a young guy or a fan in Hamilton, Ohio. He made me a wallet out of duct tape. That was pretty cool. Giving us places to stay. There hasn't been too many weird things. Biggest fight. Um, there's two of them. One was the 1999 Battle of the Bands, which was viciously contested between the top few bands. And so there's like, it's in Bogarts. Bogarts seats about 2,000 people. And I mean, it's packed. So after all the bands play, we all go to the floor. And this is after 5 rounds of the band competition. It was 5 rounds I had to go through. And so all the bands are on the floor waiting to hear the announcement. And when they announced our name as first place, there was 5 or 6 fights that broke out everywhere because everybody from one band and their fans hated the other band. It was really crazy, but it didn't get too bad. And the other one was our DJ at one of our first shows. There was a guy, it was a small bar, maybe fit a few hundred people in there, and it was sold out. And as we were playing, the guy from the back kept yelling, "You suck!" And we could hear it, and I kept thinking, man, that guy needs to shut up, like, because I'm not gonna do anything. I'm a peaceful, gentle person. I was like, some of the rest of the guys aren't. And so we got done playing the show, and I went outside, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey man, I was just playing with y'all when you said you suck." And I was like, "Look, dude," it's like, "I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care. I'm not offended." I was like, "But a couple guys in our band are looking for you, and I would get the hell out of here if you could." And he said, "No, it's like that. It's not like that." And I looked at him and I was like, "I can assure you it is like that. You gotta watch it." He's like, "These guys aren't no joke, man." And about that time, I felt a weight on my shoulder, and it was Tommy, our DJ, was kind of jumping over a couple people and just hit this dude so hard it was like someone unplugged him. I mean, he just bucked and dropped. I mean, he was just knocked out. He wasn't dead or nothing. And then our light guy, John Martini. Have you ever heard of the Babe Ruth called shot in baseball, where he points out where he's going to hit the home run? And John Martini points to the sky and then kicks this passed out dude in the face. And we actually had to stop it because he was going to get really hurt. Yeah, that was messed up. But that was about it, man. See if I can record this guitar track from memory. Well, that sounds like shit. The DJ, it was weird. He kind of just trailed off, like being in a relationship that grew apart. He would just miss practice all the time and show up randomly, and he probably did miss photo shoots. I don't really remember, but we kind of wanted to get rid of him for Tyler, and but we didn't want to hurt his feelings. He was still our friend and everything. So. But when we were recording the demos for Equilibrium, the studio guy was like, he said, "No one's gonna take you that seriously with that DJ like that." He's like, he's not that good of a DJ, and I was like, whatever. So we told him as good as we could. And I told him, I was like, "Tommy, I love you as a brother and as a friend, but as a musician, man, we're really trying to go for it. We're just not here." And he started saying he was going to punch me, and then the rest of the band was like, "Hey, cut it out, cut it out." It was all of us, not Elijah. That was it. He still don't like me. A lot of people from back then don't like me. I wasn't the greatest of people for other. Well, I wasn't a bad person, but I did some not so funny stuff. Yes. See if this will work this time. Yeah, he didn't practice that much. He was kind of just there. And Marcus, the keyboard player, tall black guy, uh, he had almost zero musical talent. He would find the notes we were playing in the band, and just kind of follow the notes we were playing. But honestly, in songs like Reflection and stuff, the keyboard was spot on where we wanted it, so we just never did anything. Tommy just never really advanced that much. Here we go. I haven't learned the chorus yet, so I'm just playing the main rhythms. Rough Cut was a make feed kill repeat cost them 40K. Oh my god! Man, we could have made a recording that good on our banner. Rough Cut was recorded with the prize we won from the Battle of the Bands that I was talking about. We got $1,000 and a day at a studio was the prize, and we used $1,000 to buy a trailer, and then used the studio time to record Rough Cut. And we kind of bombed it there. It was like a studio for like '60s bands, but we didn't know any better. Equilibrium, I would say Equilibrium probably cost a couple grand. It wasn't expensive. It was like $300 a day, and it didn't take us very long. Everybody was really solid on their instruments, so it was just like, it just flew by. Like, me and the other guitar player, me and Norm were just so locked in with Kevin and John that it took no time at all to record guitar and drums and bass. I didn't think anybody would come on here. which was weird because they had almost zero influence on VMOB. I could show you VMOB's influences, and they weren't Slipknot at all. My influences were all over the place, but basically, me myself, I just wanted to be as heavy as possible. My biggest influences were like early Korn, early with Sugar. There was a thrash band called Grip Incorporated that was a huge influence on me for guitar. They're a thrash metal band, and it doesn't sound like they would be an influence, but I can point out songs and stuff where they were just huge for me. And drums, a lot of my inspiration comes from an old band, it's an old Christian death metal band called, what the hell is their name? Mortification. I thought it was Tyler that did that. Honestly, I can't remember to save my life, but so here's exactly what happened with the Slipknot stuff. When they were working on Iowa, Roadrunner and Slipknot were being extremely secretive, and they wouldn't even release the song titles to the album Iowa that was coming out. So somebody, I thought it was Tyler, he figured out that if you named the songs VMOB, or named the song Slipknot and got people to download it, when they played it back in the media players of the time, it would digitally sign it and it would still say VMOB. So we all did it. Like, well, I didn't do actually downloaded the songs labeled Slipknot, and then I just shared them. And this is back during dial-up internet. And I remember leaving for work for a 4-hour shift, and come back and check my Napster, and it was just hundreds of people downloading it. It was crazy. We just let it go, and that's how we got the worldwide stuff. I mean, we don't have a lot of fans worldwide, but there are fans worldwide, and I hear from them once in a while. That's how it got spread around the planet. It was that, but it's 100% true. They were named different. No, I didn't play with the band in hospital. Alright, I'm gonna record these second guitar tracks. I have a method of doing this. I'm sure it probably isn't too fun to listen to. I've got it down to a science. And as I say that, I fuck up. playing. Um, Believe it or not, I've been kind of hesitant to talk about this because VMOB is way more popular now than we were back then. No, we didn't hear from people across the country back then. There were several local spots where we would draw a huge crowd, um, but it wasn't everywhere. Like we would go to Indianapolis, and there'd be like two people sometimes. But I'd say it's okay. We're not talking about the craziest, most crazy show. We're talking about the biggest. So that would be the night. There was three of them are in like a tie. The night we won the Battle of the Bands in 1999, we sold out. All the bands sold out Bogarts. That was a couple thousand people. And then our CD release show, the one that's on YouTube, that was sold out Bogarts. That was a real big one. Um, there was one in Jefferson, Tennessee, I think. It was unreal. It was just fucking huge. But our best shows, man, were the ones where there was hardly a stage and the drums and bass and keyboard and stuff would set up on a stage, and me, the singer, and Norm, the other guitar player, we would set up on the front on the floor, like down with the crowd, and those were the best shows. Like, just a few hundred people packed in a small place, man. It's so intimate. It's so much better. There would only be a PA system for the singer and the kick drum. You just crank your guitars, man. That was awesome. If you want to know the craziest show, that was the PNA Club in Seymour, Indiana, where there was like a small scale right kind of thing going on. That was crazy. That was just, dude, it was the most awesome night of my entire life, just about. It was so fucking fun. You can turn off this show with all these curse words. On these songs like this, I play all the easy rhythms first. Like this rhythm repeats like 3 or 4 times in a song. Then I get that down, and then I'll usually do the breakdown, and then I'll play the tricky part, which is on this song. It's really freaking head scratcher. Um, as far as playing tight, that's all thanks to the 2 drummers we had. The first time I heard someone play really tight was Mind Circus. A drummer named Chris Curry. I seen him at a local club, and well, you want to know where VMOB got their sound? Like, honestly, I know it takes a minute to your reply because it's delayed, but do you want to know where we got our influence? No. I mean, we always had musical mess ups, but the thing is, can you hear me talking, by the way? Just give me a shout out if you can hear me, because I don't want to be talking to myself. See, in the band room, Kevin taught us that the most important thing to do when you're practicing is when you mess up a song to hold it together and keep going. I'll turn it up a little bit. If I can get this mouse on the other monitor. That should be a lot louder. Is that a lot louder? So we had our typical mess ups, like break. I think we had one broken string the whole time we were a band, and it was the other guitar player. We had a couple snare heads break. We had a bass drum head break, but we practiced so hard to mess up and keep going that unless you were really paying attention, you wouldn't notice. But I fell a couple of times. Top Cats in Cincinnati, I jumped, and when I landed on top of this fat cord, and it rolled out from under me like I stepped on marbles or something. And I didn't fall on my face. I kind of did a little front flop, like rolled over, and it was hilarious. And my friend after the show, he's like, "Man, you freaking fell over and rolled over." He's like, "And you didn't miss a note." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" But I passed out on stage once because I was sick for a split second. I jumped, and when I landed on the floor, I just went blank. And then when I woke up, Jason was looking down at me, still singing the song, and I got back up and continued the song. I had a high fever and everything. It was miserable. Oh, shit. Drop my damn guitar. Of course, I'll never find it. Okay, so we'll start with Jason. Oh boy, I can tell you a lot about Jason on here because you can't hear me and no one's here to copy and paste what I say. We had major problems with Jason writing lyrics. He would ad-lib a bunch of stuff, so we played a show in Hamilton, Ohio, and we played the song 111, which was an old song at the time. And I got a CD of the show, and we were hanging out with some people after the show, and I played it, and he's like, "He's not saying it." He's like, "This girl's like 16," and she's like, "He's not saying anything there." I'm like, "What?" And I played it back, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's not," So me and Norm showed it to the rest of the band, and they were all pissed too, and we had a meeting about Jason on what to do. We didn't with Jason, we had a meeting about Jason. He wasn't there. And in the meantime, Norm went out on his own and recorded a 2-song demo with Bryant Lott. God, it was Nemesis and Sleep in Silence, but it was like the other names, Catalyst and something else. And he showed them to us, and we were like, "Wow, that's what a real singer sounds like." So Jason finds out about the meeting. This is after our record deal was in the toilet. Jason finds out we had a meeting, and he quits. He quit. We did not kick him out. We did not ask him to leave. He just quit on us. I begged him to stay, and he would not stay. So we got Bryant, and with Bryant, things were okay, but we were so heartbroken over Jason and our deal falling through that we just weren't into it anymore like we were. And we sent, even though the record label wasn't interested in us anymore, we sent a demo of us with Bryant, and they didn't like Bryant at all. And then we played this show in southern Kentucky during a blizzard. I mean, the freaking sky is falling. There's ice all over the roads. We get there, and there's no one at the bar. There's like a few people, and they kind of wanted to cancel the place, but like we're already here and we're stuck here, so we went on and played, and it just went terrible for some reason. Everybody was looking at each other like yeah, we're kind of done, and so we decided that night that we were gonna a couple of okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. A few of us wanted to stay together, but we didn't want to bring people with us. Like me and Kevin and Norm wanted to leave with John, and we wanted to leave Tyler out because we had had enough of Tyler at that point. And our keyboard player Marcus had already quit, so we did that, and that was it. And there was we jammed a few times after that, and that was it, man. It was just done. You're talking about the 2020 versions. You're talking about the ones with Tyler singing, ain't you? Because those aren't Brian. There's two songs. There's Penetration and Catalyst on YouTube have Brian. And I think there's a version of Anything Everything. And for what it was, Bryant sounded decent on those songs, but like you said, it just wasn't Jason. And that's basically the whole Catch-22 conundrum of the V-Mob. Jason is the catalyst for almost... God, I hate saying that about him because I like the guy, but he was just the catalyst of destruction, man. Like, he just... God, it was like... I don't know what it was, man. Everything with him, he just wouldn't do it, or just took forever, and always left everybody hanging. It was a battle the entire time I was in the band to get him to do stuff and get it done. It was just, but he's like the main member. I mean, you could have V-Mob without me. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have wrote the songs, but Norm, the other guitar player, and the guys, they could have played the songs just fine. But you can't do it without Jason. And the only... I'll link you here in a minute if you want. You see here. It's the 2003 sampler. It's got Penetration, Catalyst, and Anything Everything. I think it does. But the only other person that could do it the same way, and we'd still be V-Mob, was Jason Stern. He died. So, and the funny thing is, we were wanting him to sing. Me and Kevin and John were going to continue on after our reunion show, and we wanted to get Jason Stern, and then that's when he died. I think it was Brian. Now you gotta have me looking at YouTube. If I could get the damn page open. See here. Yeah, this is Brian right here. Anything, Everything. This is Bryant. Yeah, the 2003 sampler. It's got Penetration and Catalyst, and those were Bryant. There's the other song, Catalyst. He sounds pretty good. not sure if I like this middle part in here. Yeah, he's Staple Shut. He's also the most self-destructive person in the entire world. I've tried to do projects with Brian so many times. He wasn't that happy in Staple Shut. He said they were mellowing out too much and he was just outvoted in the band, which is funny because he was the creative force in Staple Shut. Oops, what did I do with that shit? That part used to be longer. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta make the note. Shit. Oh yeah, he was in Mind Circus too. He played in Mind Circus with me, Chris Curry, Mike Ballinger. His name's Tony Combs. He's a really cool guy. Oh, I'm getting tired. Keep going though. Where's the keyboards? There it is. Wave station. We like the wave station. You know, it sucks that some of the very best bands from Cincinnati just never had a recording or anything. It sucks. that dude was amazing. Eric Nally. We were in V Mob, and he was in a band named, well, the Train of Thought, like you're talking about. And you would go to watch him play, and you just knew, like, that guy is going to do something. And he did for a little bit. They were cool people. We brought them to play out with us a bunch. Well, that was rough. Yeah, after V Mob broke up, okay, trying to, okay, now I got it all arranged in my head. V Mob broke up, and then me and Eric and the other guitar player Norman V Mob were hanging out, and we did some drum work for them. They wanted to do a demo, but their drummer wasn't very good, so me and Johnson programmed some drums for him to make a CD, and then I was driving Eric home, and he said, "Here's our band right here," and he pointed at me and said drums. He pointed at Norman and said guitar. Pointed at Foxy Shazam's future bass player and said bass, and I'll sing. And I was like, sounds like a pretty good idea, but I never did it. And then they started playing, and then I joined later. Yeah, but by the time they got on Warner Brothers, they were so just, wasn't even them anymore. Yeah, they were a funny band. They put on such a good show, man. Brains is gonna be fucking amazing. The hell did I mess up? Hey, what's your name on Instagram? In the chats, I forget which one you are. I'm sorry, I don't have a good memory. I'm including a lot of that into this next album. Several things like Jenny, To Whoever Cares is one, intros. I'm putting a lot of that stuff. Okay. I see who you I bet you my guitar's out of tune again because it's a piece of shit. Of course it is. I think my tremolo is bad. What the fuck? I think it's VMob Revival. VMob _ Revival. I just lost half my volume. Hopefully something broke. Oh, it's my headphone. So it is. It is. Son of a bitch. Dang it. Gotta play it better than that. Turn down the gain a little bit. You Can't Stop Us was some thrash song that I recorded that had nothing to do with VMOB, but Tyler like insisted that we make it a VMOB song, and I just let him do it to shut him up. Um, Theory is a very old VMOB song, and I reworked it on the newer stuff that has Tyler singing on it. And that song has been like 10 different versions. Dead One Time is an old school song. They had Dead One Time before I was in the band, and it just I re-recorded it, but I never got vocals on it because Jason doesn't record vocals anymore, no matter what he says. Dead One, the band Dead One Time wasn't VMOB. It was after VMOB. That was Norm and Kevin and I think John and maybe a couple other people. But Dead One Time was like the band after. Dead One Time was the band that we were gonna make after VMOB to get rid of Tyler. That was that band was. But I played with them a couple times and I just didn't have it in me anymore. There's a girl singer on it, ain't there? What's some of that stuff had a girl sing? This fucker made me so mad at one point. That was later. When we first started, we wore these jumpsuits, and we didn't get the idea from Slipknot because we didn't know who the hell Slipknot was. I got the idea because I seen Korn in 1996, and Monkey was wearing this like dirty gray jumpsuit. And I told the guys, I was like, man, what if we all wear these jumpsuits like Monkey did, and we'll wear these masks, you know? And everybody was so into it, so we found these white masks that we all wore, and the jumpsuits. We got them at a uniform store in Newport, Kentucky. Um, what was it? I don't remember the name of the place. And we wore that till we found out about Slipknot. And then when we found out about Slipknot, we stopped doing that, and that's when the face painting started. All the duct tape, though, is funny. We were going to play at this show called Galaxy CDs in Hamilton, Ohio. And my belt broke. I mean, we're like setting up to play, and my belt broke, and my pants were just falling. So I ran back before we started, and Jason put a couple loops of duct tape around my pants to hold them up for the show. And then the next time we played in Hamilton, a bunch of kids, they were teenagers, a bunch of teenagers showed up with duct tape on their clothes. I guess they thought it was something we were trying to do to be cool, and then after that, we just let it out. We just all had it. The funny thing is that the first round of the Battle of the Bands, I had one of them masks that was like a black face that I could see out of, but you couldn't see my face. And I drew big X's for the eyes, and then later on we find out about Mushroom Head, and that's what they're doing. It was crazy. Like, I can't even do that. They didn't have a crowd at all, and they weren't very popular. I played with them at Top Cats in Clifton, Ohio. Well, it's part of Cincinnati. Clifton is a neighborhood in Cincinnati. We didn't get to open for too many popular bands. We didn't really try. We opened for Mushroom Head, and then we opened for Head PE. If we would have stayed as a band longer, we would have opened up more, but we just didn't. Equilibrium was a classic case of having too many leaders. We argued and argued over what format to use. Marcus wanted to do, instead of a full length, he wanted to do 3 EPs with 5 songs each, which I kind of liked that idea. And the other half of the band wanted to do just a regular old album. And I told the guys, I was like, we need albums out now. I was like, if we record all these 15 whatever songs we have, it's going to take us forever. It's like, but if we do the 5-song thing, we can have an album out, every once in a while. And Equilibrium was just the first of that. What the hell? How did I mess this up? Play this stupid part again. Well, that's not stupid. I'm just tired. You see how long it takes me to play these simple things? Bands I like to play with. We didn't ever play with Chub Farm or none of them guys. I think we were a little before their time. There was a band named After All that practiced in the same building as us. That was just always a blast to play with. They were our buddies. And then there was Downgrade, which was my favorite band of all time, which sucked because they never made a demo or nothing like that. No live videos, nothing was ever recorded. And they're seriously one of the greatest bands I've ever heard. And the Train of Thought was there. Just anybody. D-Mob was kind of like, as a band, the way we presented ourselves to everyone else, we were as nice as I am to everybody that I talked to on here. We were just super nice. We always loved to see people doing good. We always asked bands to play with us. But the same bands that would never ask us to play with them, we always had them play with us. We were just super nice. It's not that I can't see. I could play this song through in one take, no problem. But I'm so freaking anal that it's just gotta be perfect. I can't record something and have there be a tiny little mess up. I just can't. It'll drive me insane. Like, I'll record this and mess up, and I'll be listening to it in the car tomorrow, and I'll be like, motherfucker. I can help you out with all of this stuff, man. And if you like my sounds, I can show you exactly what I'm using, exactly what programs, and you can bootleg most of it. You don't even have to pay for it. I can show you how to bootleg it too. can help you find a laptop too. My son, he was when I first started doing this, he was trying to learn how to program video games, so he was constantly on my computer, and I was like, when it's your kid, it's different. I was like, whatever. He's learning stuff, and it's my son. Play all you want, But you could buy the same computer I'm using right now that I'm running YouTube Live, I'm running Instagram, I'm running a chat, I'm running my recording gear, and I can get you a guitar. I can get you a computer like this from $200 to $250. It's about what you could spend and buy something like this. See for recording. No, I haven't heard of them. Honestly, man, I'm kind of a hermit with music. I don't listen to a lot of metal. I play almost exclusively metal, but I listen to oldies, 50s and 60s music. So, a lot of times when we're in the Instagram chats, these kids they're naming off all these bands, and I just have no idea. Like, okay, they're all right. Just have no idea. Get this other side done. Huh. It's about the same time I was active with VMob. Oh, like you said earlier, I play so tight and stuff like that. Well, I always sound that tight because I'm doing this crap. I play it over and over until I get it just right. I've never heard of God Mode. No, I haven't. I pretty much just knew the bands. Is it God Mode or Godalized? We might have played with God Mode. I don't know. It's been 25 years. But we did play with a band named Godalized, but that was in 2011. And I doubt that's the same band you're talking about. Heard of Kitchen Knife Conspiracy. I couldn't tell you if I actually heard them, but I remember that name. That's kind of a name you can't forget. There was another band called Handicapitated. It was pretty good too. Bands that you might know about that we played with would be like Burnside 6, Drop Shadow, Staple Shot, of course, After All, Downgrade, Train of Thought, Shotgun 12, Skin Curtain, Banderas. There's a lot in that hard time. Yellow Number 4 was a band. Yeah, I know Milkweed. We were good friends with them. It's funny because they're the reason we talked to a label, because the label Milkweed oh yeah, the Eclipse Records was looking for a band, and they talked to Milkweed, and Milkweed was like, don't talk to VMob, they're jerks, just trying to hate on us so they would sign them and not us. And that's why the label started talking to us. But I was almost in Milkweed a few times. We played out with them guys all the time, man. They were our good friends. Drop Shadow, they were a weird band. They were so secretive and didn't talk to anybody. They had this like Now, VMob at the time the Drop Shadow was out, we could have had a huge ego. We could have demanded things. We could have done all this and that. But we were just the nicest band. We just wanted everybody to have fun. And Drop Shadow kind of wasn't like that. They were real mysterious and quiet. They didn't ever talk about anything. But they were a damn good band. Their CD, though, the one that they have on YouTube, they recorded everything straight down the middle. You see on these guitar tracks, I'm panning them left right here, and then, of course, right. It makes it sound a lot heavier. But Drop Shadow did everything straight down the middle, and it just sounds weird. Oh, Burnside 6 is another story. Those fucking jerks. I guess they're alright, but I got fucked over by them pretty bad. Well, kind of by them. They did make it. They made demos. They talked with Interscope Records, and they did some demos for Interscope, and everyone was real excited for them. Everyone was real excited for Drop Shadow being talking to Interscope, and basically what they did was they took their songs and mellowed them out for Interscope, and then just nothing ever happened. Well, it wasn't Burnside 6 particularly, but okay. So the first time I quit VMob, I met this dude named Norm, who ended up being the other guitar player in VMob, and I had this singer who was my lifelong best friend, and me, him, and Norm are jamming. Norm on drums, EJ singing, and me on guitar. We didn't have a bass player yet, and we were having the time of our lives, man. And I didn't want to go back to VMob. The band's name was Lopside, Lopcide. I don't know, some goofy shit. So we're all having fun, and then somebody calls us and say, "Hey, EJ Boggs is trying out for Burnside 6." So me and Norm drove to Cincinnati as fast as we could where their band room was, and we sat outside of the car, and we could hear him practicing with EJ. And dude, this dude is my best friend my whole life. We're like early 20s at the time. I've been best friends with this dude since I was like 8. Like, he's my fucking homie. Me and him are supposed to be best friends, like joined at the hip for our entire lives. And he fucking ditched us for Burnside 6 because they had a big PA system. And it just broke my heart, man. I never forgave him for it. And they're an okay band. EJ's kind of a live singer. He's okay, but he was my boy, man. That just tore me up. That band was always super cocky, man. They just were fucking pains in the ass to deal with. Like, okay, if you played a Burnside, here's how a Burnside 6 show went. Burnside had their own PA guy, so he would run the sound no matter where they played and what they did. They would say, "We're not playing there unless our sound guy can do sound." And what they would do, they would turn certain things down to make the opening band sound like shit. Like, you would take a heavy band that really needed that loud drums, that loud kick drum, the pound, and Burnside 6's sound man would just cut out the kick drum so the band would just sound weak the whole time. And then when Burnside played, it was like a freaking Korn-sized musical production. It was just real shitty stuff, man. They were just like that. The most cocky people. Their guitar player especially, just the most cocky dude that ever walked the face of the planet, man. I don't know what his deal was. And it's funny because at the time, I'm not trying to brag on myself. It's just how it was. I'm not trying to pump up myself, but at that time, I could have been cocky. There was 2 or 3 guitar players in Cincinnati that were it, and I was one of them. But I didn't feel like that at all. I was just super nice and hung out with everybody. I didn't ask for nothing. But no, I did not know that. don't know if I like this middle part. What was funny is by the time V-Mob started playing with Drop Shadow, they had polished their sound a little bit and lightened up. When I first seen Drop Shadow, these dudes were like 16, 17 years old. And they were way heavier and way better. They mellowed out a little bit. Now I haven't heard of those guys. I don't mean to be disappointing because I've never heard of any bands. I just never got around that much. I'm not special or anything. I just have a weird attitude towards things, and it's weird. It's hard for me to listen to other bands and not feel like I'm in competition with them. It's weird. Like every band that I heard back then, local bands, I'd be like, are they better or worse than us? And I would just like analyze everything. Like, are they good? Or are we good? And I was just overthinking everything. Oh, hey, ask anything, man. I like that name, Bleed the Fifth. That's cool. No, have you ever heard of a band named Todd? Todd from Indiana? Yeah, we were good buddies with him. The worst show we ever, well, the second worst show we ever played was with Todd. Oh, you asked if there was an equipment malfunction. Yes. John's bass stopped working. And instead of just exiting the stage, he just stood there punching his bass and stuff like that while the rest of the band finished the song. I don't even know how we finished the set. It was pretty gay. It's funny, though. I hope this song catches on a little bit because people trying to learn to play it on guitar, it's going to be hilarious because for this next part, I actually have to make my guitar like not out of tune, but I have to tune it weird. Yeah, Todd was cool. They were cool guys to play out with. We played with them several times. Drop this stupid string down. Why does it sound so gay for? What the hell's going on? Fucking reverb is on? Hey! I see what's going on. I am just not that smart. I've been doing it a long time, and I kind of do it a longer way because I'm used to it. But to do the basics, it's not real tough. A lot of memorizing. But I could literally show you like everything if you wanted to. Like it, I couldn't do it all in one day. But it's funny whenever people ask about that and I say I'll help, and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." They never come ask for help. There's almost been never a time where I told somebody I would help them, and they actually came back for the help. Like there was a band or a couple guys in the Instagram chat that they wanted me to like help them with their album, and I was like, "Okay, hell yeah," and they just never got a hold of me. So, well, whatever, missing out on free riffs. Um, Reaper, the recording program I use, Reaper, the DAW, uh, it's not too hard. As far as recording programs goes, it's the easiest and it's the most powerful. But it's still there's a learning curve. But just to do the basics is easy. I can show you all that. It's not hard. Once you get into the editing of everything, getting in depth with it, there's a lot to learn. But you just learn that as you go. Just to make a simple computer demo, it's not hard. I think getting all the programs loaded up and working together, because I'm using like 4 programs, getting them all to work in unison, like getting to recognize each other and all the programs and stuff that pop up, that can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But I mean, I've done it so many times, I know how to troubleshoot it. I've been doing this since 99, I guess, with some breaks in there. I gotta fix this guitar. There's big time cheats too. You can cheat hardcore recording on your computer. Like you get a drum program, right? You buy the drum. It's basically when you buy a drum program, you're buying the sounds. But if you install that, there's actually things you can buy where the drums are already programmed. They call them MIDI packs, and it'll come with like 100 different drum beats, and you can literally just copy and paste drum beats from that to get your songs across, and you can edit them too. Well, this is gonna sound like shit the first couple times. I can't hear the damn guitar. Oh, we can't. Snitches is totally out of my hands. I had nothing to do with it. It was recorded on a 4-track tape, so and that's long gone. Any realistic physical copy is long gone. And that's another one of the things with Jason Riley. He has everything. Between Jason and Tyler, they have live videos that have never been posted. They have demos. They have old tapes and CDs. Jason Riley's got old copies of Rough Cut and the covers and everything. And you can't get anything out of Jason. I guarantee you can message Jason tomorrow when he's awake and say, hey, can I buy some of that old V-Mob stuff? And he would just be all for it, And then he just never would do it. It's crazy. It's weird to deal with all the time. He really won't send it or nothing. I like the guy. He just can't get him to do anything. I don't know who does. Honestly, I think Tyler had control of all of them. I used to have access to the YouTube, but I forgot the password, and Tyler doesn't talk to me anymore, so that's out of question. Man, Jason was always the guy to say, I'll do it, I got it. He was always the guy who could do everything, but he ended up doing nothing. That's the problem, when these kids started the Instagram page, the chat room, they found Jason first, and he's promising them all this stuff, like we're gonna make new albums, we're gonna make new merch, we're gonna do all this crap. And me seeing that, I'm like, oh God, he's gonna promise these kids all this stuff. He's not gonna deliver on anything, and he's gonna make the rest of us look like idiots. So I tried to kind of softly go in there, like, yeah, I wouldn't count on anything from Jason. This Saturday, I should be able to this Saturday, but I have 3 computers here. Well, I have 2 computers and a hard drive, and I'm going through everything. I'm gonna get together every single demo that I've got possession of, just all of it. I'm gonna put it in one Google folder or a Google Drive folder and share it with everybody. I have about 80 million demos. I have entire albums, and they're not all V-Mob stuff. Some of them are thrash metal, some of them are like death metal. But I'm gonna put everything into a folder. Take a shot at this rhythm again. Oh. I need the piano in there so I can hear where I'm at. Because there is no pick. What the hell? I'm flunking out pretty hard. Oh, I don't have shows or nothing. All I got is demos. Where do you want me to upload them at? To whose channel? I don't know. I don't like my channel. I don't even pay attention to my channel unless I'm doing a live something. What's funny is here's a trick. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll post a lot of them on there. It might take me a while to get them posted, but I'll have them all on the Google Drive on Saturday. If you've got a tight part you can't get right on a song, you open up your guitar amp and you turn the gain way down. So that way your guitar sounds choppier, like. And you can just turn the gain up after you record it. That's how you cheat. I'm gonna slow it down too. It's 215, 205, so it's easy to play. I'm getting close. No, I haven't heard of them. You're watching me cheat. Everybody's gonna know my cheating secrets. Like, how'd you play that so tight? Well, I slowed it down about 20 beats a minute, turned the gain down so I could really cheat. No, he doesn't do shit. Uh, he works his job, has the most. He's like the most busy person in the world, but does almost nothing with music. The only guys I really talk to on a regular basis are John and Kevin, and that's still sporadic. I don't talk to them a lot. Oh boy. I really gotta get this part down. I thought of doing more too. It's funny, Jenny is old. Jenny was written in like 97, 96 or 7. My first band, eventually became a band named Illshot. You might have heard of Illshot. They got a little more popular. But we were playing the main part of Jenny in practice a lot, just goofing off, and I just never forgot it. That's also how I got the main rhythm to Rippin' Scabs. That dun dun dun. That was a rhythm that my first band used to jam and never made it to a song. The singer of Illshot is like, if I could pick out like there's two people that I would just die to have sing on my songs. One's the singer of Illshot, and the other one is the singer from Milkweed. And I don't know who would win on that one. They've both got amazing qualities. But he's kind of weird though. I had a lot of fun playing in the New World before they were Illshot. I was actually in it. Well, yeah, I was in Illshot for a couple months, but we never did anything. I'm trying to record this rhythm actually. My songs sound so boring and simple without lyrics and keyboards Gee whiz. I write these complicated rhythms all the time, and then I don't practice them. And then when I go to record, I sound like a monkey fucking a football for a while. settled science. I thought it was all the way done, but I'm going to have to do some fine tuning to it, which means I got to load it onto my phone and listen to it 900 million times until I finally figured out how it should go, and then I'll come back and record the real version. I like all the parts in this song, but some of the transfers to other rhythms are a little shaky. Yeah, I didn't. I could tell you all the bands I've played in. Very first one was with some friends. I was like 17, and we were called Gut Wrench, and we only had 2 songs that we never played out. The second would have been New World. Third was a band named Skin Curtain, which is hard to find music from them. Third would have been V-Mob. Then Lopside with EJ and Norm. Then back to V-Mob. The second time I quit V-Mob, I went, oh, I don't even fucking know. God, I'm trying to do the Lord. So, New World, Skin Curtain, V-Mob. And then I was in Lopside with my friends. Gut Wrench. There's more here. Kentucky Beast. Alanel. Foxy Shazam. And a band named Tanagerai. Tanagerai was a joke band. We just made up goofy songs and played out. There's videos of that. Bro, I just can't play this right. Last name sounded shitty. So I'm gonna do that again. Yeah, a lot of them. Basically, what I do is I sit down with my guitar. Actually, you tell me if you want to know my songwriting process, because I don't know if you're interested or not, but I'll tell you if you want to know. Okay, I think we got this now. I think we got it. Yeah, just let me record this rhythm real quick and I'll tell you. Delete. I gotta fix that one too. Jesus. Start it back further than that. I don't know where I'm at. Here we go. See, it's not my fault. I've been saying this sounds weird, and I've played this rhythm 100 times now, but the bass is out of whack. No wonder it sounds weird. What the hell is going on with this shit? I must have accidentally moved some stuff. This got me all fucked up. What the hell did I mess up? I'm getting frustrated. None of this is insane. I am retarded. I don't remember. I don't think so. Uh, okay, guitars are done. Let me put my guitar down. Um, it's funny because I thought of quite a few things before a lot of other bands did. Like Limp Bizkit on their first album, they have some songs where he's playing a 7 string, he's got it tuned like an 8 string. He's got the top string at F sharp. And long before anyone else did, I was trying to experiment with that, but I couldn't get the guitar to work right because it was a cheap guitar, so we never did. So that was the only weird thing I ever tried to do. So I was trying to do 8 string tuning, 20 years before they made 8 string guitars. But, think. Okay, I've been using the same exact writing process since 2001. I'll open up this recording thing, and I'll play guitar, and I'll record all the good riffs. I'll go on for an hour, just record riff after riff, riff to riff, and then I'll find ways to put two of them together, like a verse and a chorus. And then I'll program the drums, and then I'll have a bunch of songs that are just verse, chorus, or breakdown, verse, something like that. I'll have a piece of every song recorded, and then I load them on my phone and just listen to them constantly on my MP3 speaker. And every time I think of a new part, I jump in on the drum program and add the part to it, and just keep going, and that's how I build the whole thing. That sounds good now. New items. Now we do the copy and paste trick, so I don't have to play it 700 times. Copy, paste. And, what did I do here? Did I hear how that transfers over? I should be in bed. I should be in bed. Paste. This copy and paste shit that I'm doing, it could be considered cheating, but literally every band on the planet does this nowadays. Every pop song, every whatever. Like, I know you probably don't listen to top 40 music, but like all the top 40 music. It's why all the choruses they have sound exactly the same and perfect, because they do it perfect one time, and then they copy and paste it. No, you don't need a great laptop. You don't. You need a decent one. Like I said, the one I use is only about 200 bucks. But you can get cheap laptops and do it. You won't be able to do as many things at the same time, but you could definitely record like 5 tracks at once. Fuck. That sounds like shit. Where are those two? Jeez, why do I sound like ass garbage on that? I am not going to bed till this is done. I don't think I do. I don't think there is any out there that haven't been released. Honestly, I think it's most of it's out there. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna play this till it's done. I don't care how long it takes me. I am very stubborn. What's funny about this recording deal is you get so sick of these songs, you know. Everybody's like, oh, that sounds cool, that sounds cool. By the time they're done, I'm like, please, for the love of God, don't ever play that again. Get it out of my life. You just get so sick of it. There's songs that are going to be on this next album that they were written 20 years ago. I'm gonna change up. Okay, let me see what you're saying. No, because it's been so long since I played them. I feel nostalgia of those when I play them. Like I can kind of take myself back to those times. But whenever I'm doing demos like this, where I'm just grinding, I love doing music and love recording. This honestly, this recording right here, it's not fun. I'm just grinding out. You can almost compare it to like gathering loot in a video game. You just got to do the same quest over and over and over until you finally get enough, to pass the level. And by the time you pass it, you never want to play it again. That's what this is like. I'm gonna change up this whole part. There are songs I'm sick of from back then, though, like Benevolence. I don't ever want to play Benevolence again. There we go. I don't know if it's true. Dude, you can ask me questions till 5 in the morning if you want to, but I'm sure you probably don't want to stay up that late. He says he had a baby sister that only lived 4 days. Another person told me he was lying, but the person that said that didn't know Jason back when he says he had his little sister. And that's what it's all about. That I wish I could see you, I wish I could touch you, So yeah, it's about his little sister. Another really dark song would be 111. Jason Stern, before he died, when we were still in the band, he rented out a hotel room to kill himself, and he rented it. He was going to OD on drugs on purpose, but he didn't die, and the hotel room he was in was 111. That's where that comes from. Most of the songs are about addiction, like Highway's about a cocaine addiction. I could go through every single song. Make this faster. Where'd you go? Are you going to be on here for a few minutes? Or for a little bit longer? you gotta go to bed, man? I tell you what, man. I am like extremely open and nice, as nice as I could possibly. I don't know why my brain works that way. Oh, sweet. Um, it's 4 a.m. here. Uh, I'll be doing this constantly. This album's gonna take me till like, what is it, September? It's gonna take me till like December or January to get this stuff done. So I'm gonna be going live all the time. It's kind of weird though, because I know you'll say different. I know a lot of people will say different, but something in my brain just cannot believe that people are interested in this, that are interested in playing guitar and doing drums and stuff like that. It's still, I can't process in my head that people actually want to hear it. It just blows me away. I just, so when everyone said, I'm in the chat room on Instagram, somebody's like, oh, go live, and I'm like, oh, they don't really want to do that, so then I won't. But sometimes they really do. Gotta figure out this harmony first. Really? How old are you? Okay. God, I'm 47. Oh, screw it. I just won't do a harmony right now because I'm stupid. Oh my god. Sorry, bro. I'm just all out of whack. I'm not trying to take forever here. I'm out of tune again. This is actually an awesome guitar. It's like really awesome guitar. But the tremolo, this Floyd Rose right here, it's throwing everything out of tune. I gotta buy a new one, but they're like $200. I think usually online used from like Reverb or eBay or something. This guitar's kind of a mutt. It's a back in the day Fender. They didn't have any heavy metal guitars, so they got with Ibanez, and Ibanez made these guitars for them called Talons. They call them Fender Talons, but some of them were released under the name Hartfield as Hartfield Talons, and this is a mutt. This body and this neck came from two different guitars. That's usually how I do it. Most of my guitars are mutts and stuff that I just built myself. It's not because I have to have them that way. I just get bored. I paint them and stuff like that, take them apart. Hang on, buddy. Something's messed up here. As usual. That's where I messed up. Got it. Got it. I'll get you a second on that question. I'm just going to finish this real quick. It's funny, a lot of times when I'm recording these songs, when I do it at night and I'm tired and I'm kind of cranky, so like I won't think they sound good at all. So I make it a rule to never really judge the song till the next day, because there's a lot of times I recorded it at night and I'm like, oh, this is just stupid, doesn't sound good, and the next day I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I'm glad I changed this middle part. Okay, I don't remember how much it cost back then, but I've been wanting to reprint it, and to get 100 of them reprinted, to get 100 Equilibrium pressed exactly the way it used to be is like $300 and something, and that's why I haven't done that yet. I could do a cheaper version of Equilibrium, but when I went to do that, there's a couple guys, like the one guy I have that designs album art for me. He says, he was like, oh, it would be a disgrace if you didn't do it as good as the original, so I've been kind of caught in limbo with that. Does this song sound stupid to you? I'm not liking it, but usually I do. Anything, Everything was about heartbreak with Bryant. Like he says, I'll give you anything. Shit. He says, I'll give you anything, I'll give you everything. He's just basically talking about like he would do anything for this girl to like stay with him, like in his relationship, I guess. Whatever. Gay shit was going through Brian's head. Shh, shut up. Shut up, piano. Dude, wait. Why does that keep running off on me for? Ooh, that's not crazy. This song is kind of for me. It's not gonna be the best one on the album, but I really wanted to record some of the rhythms in it. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff with different piano. I'm actually liking it now. See, as soon as I'm done recording guitar, I give it a little listen. Done. I don't want to hear it anymore, and I'm ready to punch my computer in the face. Really? Uh, well, there's a whole group of songs that are on hold. Um, so like when we first started to do the music in 2020, I wrote like 4 or 5 new songs that were supposed to be new VMOP songs, and since I've messed with them for so long, and I'm so sick of them right now, that I'm gonna hold off. I'll probably release them after what I'm working on now, and that would be My Asylum, Ghost, Alone, Destroyer, and another one I can't remember all the names right now. You know, I wrote Ghost, Heidi and Ghost, whatever. Oh yeah, the song's actually Heidi now. Tyler named it Ghost, and since he is the one who shall not be named anymore, the song's called Heidi again. But Heidi is actually about my dog. When I was little, I had a dog named Heidi when I was a little kid. I miss her, so I named it Heidi. Alone's one of my favorite songs. When we were first listening to it after I wrote it, I was like, man, I looked at Tyler, I'm like, man, we got a winner here, dude. Like this song's a winner. It just never came to be. Okay, headphones are squeezing my head. Yellow number 4, I have no idea. There's no telling what Jason had in his brain when he did the lyrics for that. I have no idea. He might not even have had set lyrics for it. He might have just been ad-libbing live. Let's go to Snitches. So, 2000 Degrees is about like the government interfering in your life and stuff. Uh, for what it's worth, is about Jason Stern beating up a gay guy that wouldn't leave him alone. And he says in the song, "Ask the last chump who got 69 stitches." Because he used to hang out at a gay friendly bar, and this dude hit on him, and he said no thanks. The guy hit on him again. He said no thanks, and then the dude like put his arm around him, and Jason smacked him in the face with a beer mug, and he had to get 69 stitches. Jason Stern went to prison for 2 years. Dead One Time, I think, is anti-cop. Outrage is just about freaking out and anger. Watch Your Back is, of course, about Watch Your Back. What's some other oldies? I'll do Rough Cut. Highway's about. Yeah, he says, "Ask the last chump who got 69 stitches." uh, let's see, Rough Cut. Highway was about cocaine addiction. That's all it's about. Straight up cocaine addiction. Why? Jason Riley's band before VMOM was called Enrage, and Jason Riley's girlfriend cheated on him with the drummer Eric Burris. So that's what that song. Well, no. That song was about his old drummer being a drug addict. Okay. Yeah, why do you put drugs in your head? How can you not believe what you said stuck? It's about his. And Hurt Me is about Jason's girlfriend cheating on him with his drummer. That's what Hurt Me is about. His girlfriend cheated on him. Rippin' Scabs, it was supposed to be entitled Who Am I? That was what it was supposed to be. For some reason, it got put as Ripping Scabs on the tape, but it's really supposed to be Who Am I? And that's a song about drugs. He says, "Who am I? Make you fiend for more and more. Who am I? Make you scared to answer the door." Stuff like that. Almost all the early stuff is about drug addiction. Unadulterated Sin's about drug addiction. Have you heard Unadulterated Sin with the vocals? It's literally like my favorite VMOP song right now. Equilibrium. Transparent, I have no idea what it's about. Yeah, it's an oldie. It's an oldie. Let's see. I don't know what Reflection's about. I know Jason Stern wrote the lyrics. I don't know what he wrote it about. In and Out is about me. The song In and Out is about me because I quit the band twice. And the whole song, they wrote it about me when I quit. So they wrote a song about me, about hating me. If you read the lyrics and just you totally understand, yep, that's about Elijah. What else is on there? Mine. I don't know it. Jason Riley, most of the time, he didn't have a lot of meaning to his songs. He just put words in there that fit. And that was the main drawback from going from Jason Stern to Jason Riley, is the lyrics just kind of got generic out, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but despite all his flaws, man, when they got on stage, Jason Riley would just come alive. Like, wow, like this guy's got it, you know. Such a pain in the ass with everything else. And I've been a big pain in the ass too, but Jason Stern was an animal, man. He was awesome. He was actually better than the rest of us. I'm gonna check on my synth stuff. I was working on this song. I hope it's still in here. If it's not, I'm gonna throw a fit. Come on. Yeah, Reaper, this program I'm using, you can download a free trial, but whenever it says you're out of your free trial, you can just keep using it anyway. It's funny. I have no idea. I'm trying to think. I have no idea. I have no idea. Uh, Punishment Due was about revenge. I don't remember what story it was, but it was about revenge. Stephen Sounds, I don't know, maybe it was about someone who passed away. It's weird, man. I kind of only paid attention to the fact that he had lyrics there. Like, it's hard to explain a little bit because, like I said, Jason was so hard to get the right lyrics that when he finally did, you just went with it. Like, okay, I don't know what that means, but it fits in the song and he looks good singing it live. That was about the extent of it. What the fuck was that? I'm not. These aren't the final sets either. I'm still experimenting. I got this one too. This one wins. That is out of time. What in the world's going on here? I wonder that sounded weird. That's not in time. I'm so stupid. Well, shit. That's out of time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is fucking stupid. This is supposed to stay in time, but it doesn't. I don't know why. Oh. Great. Shit. Do I really like this part in here? That's funny. You know, stuff kills me. I never could get into it. Damn. Not going to be able to use that. Doesn't stay in time. Oh, well, that was stupid. Dang it, I like that part too. That's funny. Man, it's burning up in my house. I wonder if I can use this yet. What the fuck? Oh. So stupid. Show me the thing. There it is. Yeah, they turned to metal before I got to it. I gotta find a good sound. I gotta sit here and flip through presets. I wish that sound worked. Just gotta flip through these sounds until I find one I like. I like this. Don't like it. You know, that's right. It's not coming through. That's weird. Don't make any sense. The other stuff comes through. Oh, none of it's coming through right now. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Forgot to turn on the sound. Should come through now. There we go. It's not the sound I picked. For some reason this ain't triggering right. Why is it doing that? That is gay. Okay, so I'm just gonna kill this. Where am I go? Jeez, I gotta be up for a while. Both. I'll probably do Go Live, where I play the whole album, do whoever wants to hear it, and I'll put it on YouTube, I'll put it in the Google Drive, it'll be available for free everywhere. Plus, if you want a CD, I'll sell a cheap CD, probably like $10 a piece shipped or something like that. I'm not gonna make money on the CDs. I want to pay for the CDs themselves, but like, I don't care if it really makes money, you know. Not recording all of those tracks. that sound. Okay. Too heavy. Well, I mean, maybe you should get better ears. This should fix it. I just need a big sound. That's not it. That might be it right there. sounds great, but I think it's too low. These old things are just hard to find a damn sound. This has to be boring for you, man. There's so many of these so shitty sounding. Way too big. Gee whiz, come on. Give me a good one. Nope. The only thing I'm using that I paid for is the guitar sound. All the other stuff I bootlegged. There's good sounds in this one, but I just can't find it. That's a robot. I don't want these stupid fancy noises. I need a long, drawn-out keyboard part. Okay, we're switching programs. Good on one load. The guitar software was $100. The rest I didn't pay for. I have no idea how much they cost. These fucking one-shots. I'm gonna have to switch programs. Yep, you're fired. You are fired. Okay, where are you at? Oops. Bye-bye, contact. You are fired. Thanks. Try the core of the wave station. I think, well, FL Studio that I use for drums is like $60, but you don't really need FL Studio to do drums. You can do it in Reaper. I'm just used to doing it in FL Studio and transporting it to Reaper, and that's just because I'm too lazy to learn the Reaper way. So Reaper is 60, but free trial. My drum program is like $10. It's an unpopular drum program that nobody plays, and it sounds great. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow if you want to check out. I'm about to check out too, man. I'm getting too tired to like flip through these. I'm getting tired to where it's not fun. Let's try the triple cheese. I'll definitely be in here though. That's the plan. I'll be doing something. Probably a little earlier. Probably about 11. Ooh, there we go. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that one. Keep going through there. It's cheese fountain. Ooh, I thought it was staying time. What the hell? Nope, doesn't stay in time. Babaloo bop. Too much. Nope. Yeah, this sucks. Ooh, I've got synths on this one. Man. What? Let's get that. Oh, game server here. Gotta find it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I just closed the chat. Bing bong. It has been repaired. Come on, man. Come on. See, it says Reaper is not free. It's a paid. If you use it more than 60 days, you are required to purchase a license. I've been evaluating it for 1,517 days. You just click still evaluating and you keep going. Dude, that sounds sick. Wow, I like this one. I could actually go on really early, but I wouldn't be able to have voice chat because I do this in my living room and my house is just wild. Damn, I wish I had better keyboards. There I am. In the stream, am I still wearing a sweatshirt? Or am I in a blue shirt? Oh, fuck. No, but I think it was lagging really hard. What do you call that? Wait, my stream is way behind. Ethereal Earth. Yippee! I'm gonna install this son of a bitch. Is it already gonna download? No, I'm probably not gonna mess with those songs too much. I have plans for all the VMOB songs, but I'm probably not gonna like change them much anymore. I need to kind of let them be. God, there's what my fucking password is with this thing. I've got a complete start. What? What the? I have native access. Ethereal. Ah, motherfucker. Ethereal Earth. It's down there. I don't get it. Oh, there it is. Well, what version of Contact do I have? Are you still there? Yeah, the new songs are gonna have all kinds of different synths on. What version do I have here? Options. I only have the Contact player. Shit. I ain't paying no $300 for my music, bro. Suck it. Yeah, I'm planning on doing all kinds of stuff. It's just not time yet. Oh.